to listen to certain mood music, and when I was writing the love story between Myron and Therese in that book, and as you know, it was one that was going on 10 years ago and we're getting back together. Again, I was listening to both of Missy's CDs, so this is really cool. The most common question I think that a writer gets asked on the road. Oh, by the way, we're going to do Q&A later, so please prepare questions, because if no one raises their hand, I'm just going to call on you. And not all of you have done the reading, okay?
Or he's going to start singing.
That's right. I did threaten on the Today Show to sing Islands in the Stream with you, so let's be careful. That would not know. That wouldn't be. Oh, and don't ask, because I get it every night when I ask Q&A. Please don't ask boxers or briefs. I'm so tired of that question. I'm so tired. Bikini mesh. I can't. The most common question I get is, how tall are you? 6'4". The most common question you get is, where do you get your ideas? Like there's a boutique in Sausalito that sells them. And the truth is, and I think it's going to be said with Missy, but anything can stimulate an idea. I mean, the weirdest things: tabloid headline, boy 16 becomes grandmother, marries Ed Asmus. You know what I mean? Mommy won't let me get a nipple ring episode of Ricky Lake or Springer Show. Anything can stimulate an idea. And I thought I would ask you first. You do one of the songs, and I'll do one of the books. Give me one of the stories. Give me how you came up with it. I'd love to do that song. Any song you want to do, just give me that first thing. How did you start coming up with an idea for one of your favorite songs?
Well, I mean, I think my songs they're usually pretty personal, like and they're quite honest and accurate, because I find that that's the most. It's the easiest way to write. It's what comes easiest, because I don't have to really pluck inspiration from anything external. And there's usually so much going on in my head that it's like, it's a necessity to actually get it out. You know.
But how much is autobiographical versus if you're just totally imagining?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's mostly autobiographical. I guess similar to your kind of writing. I mean, even my fictional songs, there's an element of me in them, and there's something about whatever it is that inspired me, that like there's a reason that whatever inspired me, because it obviously set something up in my head that I could relate to and that I wanted to kind of explore deeper. So I don't know, maybe 70% autobiographical. But I've found inspiration in strange things, and there's actually 2 songs on this album that were inspired by old black and white photographs in this hotel that we always stayed in Los Angeles when we were touring around there, that had all these old Hollywood photos up in the hotel room and in the hallways, and mostly of like old stars that are long gone that I never really saw in any movies or anything, but the photos are really beautiful. There was one photo of a Gone with the Wind shot, so it was, I guess, Clark Gable and Vivien Leigh, and they were in this beautiful kind of old-fashioned romantic embrace, and you know, he had his hat down over her, and she kind of had this kind of crooked bend in her neck, though she was as fragile as a little bird and that she just wanted to be kind of taken care of. But there was also this fierce look in her eyes, as though we both know that I'm really wearing the pants in this situation. So don't mess with me, mister. And I was really fascinated by that dynamic, and my mind just went crazy, and I'm like, okay, I'm going to create a third character in this mix, and I'm going to make it, so that the storyteller is absolutely infatuated with Clark Gable, this man, but sees Vivien Leigh as this kind of man-eating, high heel wearing, you know, nail polished woman that every man desires, and that no woman can kind of get around as an obstacle, basically, to her true love. So there's a song called Angela, which I'll play you guys next. It's inspired by that.
Go.
Yeah, sure.
Oh, what a nice segue. There's a beer for you.
There is too. That's just right. Thank you.
Did you bring 2?
clear the way. She's coming through with her eyeshadow of satin blue and her fingernails all painted new. She's a danger you're addicted to. Angela, Angela, you're a danger he's addicted to. So move aside, she has arrived with her baby neck and sleepy eyes. She has heels that walk all over you. She's a danger you're addicted to. Angela, Angela, you're a danger he's addicted to. Oh, Angela, Angela, you're a danger he's addicted to. And I've tried to be more like you. I speak